They got me on these charges. Now I'm sitting in a cell. Black around me, dark outside. I look out through the bars. I wonder what would happen the next day. I think they come and bang on the door and tell me, come on out of the gate. They gave me my last meal. It was lasagna and chicken. I also tried to make confusing a shamrock shank from McDonald's. It's out of season, but they got it. So now I walk the line. I'm walking to the chamber, and they lay me down instead. They put my hand out and they say, this is gonna not hurt. They put that needle in my arm, and I fall asleep very fast. Then I wake up again, but this time I'm in pain. I look around my body, and I'm burning in flame. And I see a man standing in front of me. He says, what's your pain? I say, I don't know what you mean. He said, what did you do to come to hell? And I say, this is hell. He says, this is hell. This is very, very much hell. I'm looking around myself and I say, I did nothing. Why am I stuck in this burning pain, this pit around me now? He looks at me and he smiles. He says, you did something. You were executed. So what did you do wrong? I look him in the eye and I say, I only like little boys. Is that such a crime? Yes, most of them were found dead. He said, oh my God, you are worst of us. You go up there with Hitler, stand in line behind Hitler. So I was like, I don't want to stand behind Hitler. You would like Osama bin Laden. He's right there too. You can go behind him as well. You are obviously disturbed and very sick indeed. So I stand behind Osama bin Laden instead of Hitler, who's next. And I see what they do to him in hell. They stick it up there, a big old fork, and they jam it right into his rectum. He screams and he hits the walls, and I don't want that. I try to leave the line, and I am smacked back in line. Instead of moving back a place, they said, you go up in front. They made me the next one, so I'm standing there, and Satan stares at me and smiles. He says, where do you want this? I say, anywhere but my ass. So he says, okay. So he takes that stick and he jams it right into my penis. I scream and I will falling down and I am in pain. He said, you said not your ass. I gave you what you wanted. And I said, I don't want this pain. But he says, that's not what you said. You said not your asshole. Next day could be your asshole or your penis again. He splits my wiener apart and then he says it will heal. And tomorrow you will know not to tell me that. As I wait in line the next day in the same damn line, I walk down it again, and I walk up to Satan. He says, where do you want it? I say, in my ass. He says, okay. Then he puts it on a pike end and he puts on a condom. A big old stick with a condom. He covered in spikes. So he jams them right up my rectum. And I shoot to the ceiling. The next day I say, not my ass, not my nuts. I want it somewhere else. So he says, what about your mouth? So he takes a big old hammer and he puts it on a spike. Big old lined condom covered with a bunch of spikes. He jammed it down my throat and it comes out my asshole. So every day is the same. Why did I have to touch the boys? Why did I have to rape the boys? What's wrong with me? I'm a sick piece of crap. Every day it's worse. Every day it's worse.